Bias check-in. What is the current outlook? Are you trading what is? Are we imbalanced / trending or rotational? Is Vwap holding? A small position that goes wrong is a scratch, a lesson, an inconvenience. A large position that goes wrong is a disaster. It wiped you out or leaves you go wounded that you cannot fight again. If you cut the loss quickly and without hesitation is because the loss is bearable. If you cannot bring yourself to cut it, it is usually because position is too large. NQ, -2 touch.
Test. September 9. 9 minutes until RTH open. Forex Factory. We have news in half an hour. Jolt's job openings. And then in 2 hours or so, no, late night for me, Trump speaking. Great. High time frame stuff. Let's have a look. On TPO chart yesterday, we created this double top on the daily, sold off, crossed this distribution, almost crossed this distribution, and ended up creating a value node here. Today, pre-market, we've spent some time in the higher portion of this distribution, but have moved lower. This in itself, well, we are within value, so fading extremes within yesterday's value anyway. So fading extremes is one option, something like that. Or if we escape value, yesterday's value, we have this little potential destination for either a bounce or a continuation down, right? So there are different options on the table. Similarly here we have this high of this tiny distribution, but more importantly this high could be revisited, which coincides with, well, for me it was this value area high, but maybe coincides with 900-ish. So far within value from yesterday. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. We are drifting lower pre-market. Hard to say. The pre-market delta is minus 1400, so there's been a decent amount of selling. We are at the lower portion of value. Ultimately 525 is where I would like to see a turn of sorts. Maybe like go below, reclaim and retest. That's what I would like to see. If possible, but yeah, we'll see what happens. So looking at the Vwap bands, yesterday we sold off from +2 on the months, reached +1, ultimately it reversed up to monthly Vwap, which is a decent spot for a rebid, 580s, mainly because we've bounced here yesterday, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more times. But every bounce has been with quite a force. Maybe not. Right here we sold off again for +1 and then finally found bid. This time around we found bid here, pumped to +1, and then now drifting a bit lower back to the monthly Vwap. If this gives 580s, could potentially continue pushing lower to traverse value on the months. We are also within prior month's value. I completely
accept the risk, or I am willing to let go of the trade.
Which is this blue box. We are here for a longer period of time, although, yeah, hard to tell, hard to tell. I'm gonna keep an eye on monthly Vwap, 580s, 520s, and then on the week, we've been hanging around Vwap for a while and now sold off and below -1, which is imbalanced technically on the week to the downside. The 550s is the -2 mark. Could potentially look for longs, but being imbalanced down, no longer imbalanced on the monthly Vwap. Value migrating lower compared to, you know, the day before yesterday, on Friday, Monday lower. Perhaps we are migrating lower on the value, so I am slightly bearish until we until buyers show some force. So definitely look for shorts at the moment. Well, no, at the moment we are within value from yesterday. We peaked above value during RTA, Globex Open, and immediately sold off. So is the same going to happen here? We're gonna peak below, reclaim, and start traversing it back up? Could be. Anything can happen. So monthly Vwap is 583. So right here, line in the sand will be for the day. Let's see what happens. 2 minutes. I want to update my journal. So whatever. Goal for the day, hold the runner instead of taking profit early. Pretty important. Because yesterday I snatched it and it gave me 50 more points that I didn't grab. Now I need to start my risk management yoke. Start it.
Big sell. NQ, weekly -1 touch. NQ, weekly -1 touch.
Okay. Oh shit. Right. My bad. Oh. Immediately we
Big
are
sell.
selling off.
Big sell. Big buy.
So let's strongly, if that's the word. We just dipped below prior value.
My process is a better trader than I am.
That's right. What do I see? Pretty strong sell-off from the open. Delta is negative, minus 600. Not a lot of buying here. We are at the low. We are at monthly Vwap. We are at the low value low from yesterday. We still have this line right here from the bigger distribution. We have a ledge on the volume profile that usually screams it's gonna get revisited. RTH Vwap is right here. I don't want to rush. I don't want to have FOMO here. We dipped below the value. Now we're back above it. Below value low, that is. Decent amount of buying on the delta. 166, 138. Vwap is holding. The bands are going sideways now. It's been 4 minutes, so there's no rush. Even though sometimes it feels like there isn't. So starting from this sell-off, we had some buying. Immediately some strong selling kicked in. We are at monthly Vwap. This spot gave opportunity for buyers 5 times this month. So selling here immediately would be foolish.
NQ, +1 touch.
We are finding the bid for the time being, not a strong one. 74, 40, that's not a lot. 72, 40, doesn't scream strong to me. Building up a bit of a blob of transactions here at 604.
Big buy.
I had a bit of a trend line here on the price action. RTH above Vwap now, so but below the opening price, so it's a bit of a pickle at the moment. I'm not entirely sure where it's gonna go. I'm not willing to take any bets or predict. We have news in 23 minutes. A bit of sideways action. Delta is very neutral until now. Minus 280 on the day. That is pretty strong, not gonna lie. That is pretty strong. Still negative on the day, on RTH session anyway. This was the spot to find bid. We went from -1 to +2. Usually sell-offs go until -2. We're above -1 on the week. I have conflicting thoughts. I mean, this is pretty strong for sure. Now we're positive on the day. Plus 380, 370. Monthly Vwap gives. We went from -680 to plus... Wait, what? Plus 142, that doesn't make sense.
Big sell.
Did we? But this little thing is 142, that's crazy. Alright, plus 142. That's a pretty strong buy up. We pretty much defended, so -1 held. Perhaps if we come back there, we can hold one more time, and that's where I would find my buy.
My
but
process
again,
is a better trader than I am.
Yep. Are we going to traverse this little distribution now? We're building a node up here with a little LVN in the middle.
Big sell.
Whoa.
NQ. Plus
That
1 touch.
That is something, huh? Someone just pressed flat all
Big buy.
by the looks of it. Flattened out everything. We immediately went back to -600 delta. But the price is higher. Be an interesting spot to buy right here for some continuation, but do I want to try this? I will wait. -1 to +2. What am I seeing?
Big
I
sell.
would have been in right now. After this sell-off, not a lot of buying came in so far. That is not the best look. Not yet anyway. Maybe it's gonna come now. So we dipped below. Are we gonna cross this distribution now? Selling pressure continues ever since this flattening. Not a lot of buying. Difficult. Is this selling getting absorbed? Do I wanna buy in this LVN at +1? I'm not sure. Selling seems to be drying up though, that's for sure. We did hold -1, so maybe we
NQ,
can...
weekly -1 touch.
Weekly -1. Selling seems to be drying up a little bit. I mean, I don't know, maybe that's a mistake.
NQ, +1 touch.
Vwap held so far. We're at +1 on RTH session. Buyers need to step on the gas a bit now.
Add only to winners.
Don't like the struggle at this blob. I took it off. The buyers should have stepped in, they did not. Now I am on a break. I cannot take trades for the next 10 minutes, and then there's the news coming. So I'll just wait for it to clear.
I completely accept the risk, or I am willing to let go of the trade. Big buy. NQ plus 1 touch. NQ weekly minus 1 touch. I always walk away after my DLL is hit. Bias check-in. What is the current outlook? Are you trading what is? Are we imbalanced / trending or rotational? Is Vwap holding?
Vwap is holding. Cannot really say that we are trending at the moment, regardless. Simply because we haven't moved. We are approaching this high where we sold off before, but the delta is still negative. As I say it, oh my goodness. As I say it, 570 delta. Looks like we have a winner. My buy would have been, coulda, woulda, shoulda, whatever. We spiked up, that's for sure. Maybe it's this equal sell, buy, and now we're at square one. But Vwap held. Vwap held. That's something to keep in mind. Let's see after this push up, if we get weak selling, perhaps we can continue pushing higher. I mean, ultimately traversing to 700 is what I see us doing, at least in short term. But I'm not sure at the moment. Was this the stop run? We are negative on the day, above Vwap. Negative delta, but above Vwap. Does that mean we are buyers absorbing all the selling? Right now I don't have a good entry, apart from the one I had, but obviously I closed it. Can I trade? Has it been 10 minutes? Yes. +1 test. If we are trending, we should
sell. NQ
hold this
plus
level
1 touch.
and continue higher.
Big sell.
If we are rotational, then well, it can be a 2-channel trend as well. So I don't like this strong selling. Minus 550.
Big sell.
Are we gonna hold this, or we're definitely like from the start of here of this buy up at Vwap, we're almost at the same spot, but the price is higher. What does that tell me? Absorption? But at the same time, I don't like how strong it is. We are... I am thinking I should buy right here. Conflicting thoughts are flooding my brain right now. We should have pumped, we did not. We got absorbed. A bit of absorption.
Real winning is in the waiting.
It is. Might get screwed here. This does not look like a move to the upside, unless buyers start becoming more aggressive. No. Yeah, I was hesitant for a good reason. Unless we turn around and I get a miracle save, but that would indeed be a miracle. The button on the flat, on the flat. Finger on the flat button. You need to push right now. A little bit of buying, that's encouraging. Can we go up to Vwap?
NQ, plus 1 touch.
I need some aggression here, come on.
Big sell.
I'm taking 10 points loss and that's it. Fuck this. Whoa, that was a crazy absorption that I wasn't even paying attention to. Vwap. Vwap is holding, but there's no buying. Someone absorbed 400 delta right here at this low. Now we're gonna pump, huh? It is so small. These candles are tiny. And that reminds me I should turn off volume total here. Because every candle is the same size anyway. Someone just put 170 on the bid.
Big sell.
Maybe I am a little bit too cautious. 2 trades. Well, first one was fine. Didn't get stopped. Second one. Dodgy. Honestly, sellers continue pressing on the gas and they might break it. I still have 420 seconds on my break. That should give me more clarity which way the wind is blowing. So far, I can't tell. This looks like a two-channel trend so far. Well, +2 Vwap, +2 Vwap.
The real wealth isn't in the money. It's in the clarity that comes after you've lost enough times to stop pretending you're smarter than the market.
That's it. Okay, 1200 delta. Still absorbing, although this is a lower high. Difficult.
NQ, +1 touch.
Oof, this is tough. What the hell is this? There's no movement. We are at value high.
Nerves are not a gift of birth. They are a function of comfort. And comfort comes from proper sizing. If your position is well within your means, every tick does not feel like a threat. A 2-point move against you does not shake your confidence because it's not large enough to do serious damage. But if you are oversized, a 2-point move looks like the end of the world. Your nerves fray, your vision blurs, and you start acting not on reason, but on fear. Fear is the enemy of every trader, and it comes into play when the size is too large for the stomach to bear.
That's right. Is the selling drying up? We are minus 1,000 on the day, but we are above opening price. All the selling gets absorbed. We bounced off of the value low, so destination is value high, 700. But we're just not moving. I'll be right back, 1 second.
NQ, plus 1 touch.
So I'm back. Some buying coming in.
Never risk more than you can lose. It's the law of survival and speculation.
That's right. And that's right. Why is it saying that the mean delta is 685 when it's minus 1075? Hello? Holy shit, outside we have a storm. Super windy. Holy.
Big buy.
So we are at +2, that's where we sold off before. Delta is negative. I don't know, the delta is negative, but we are pumping up, so... This low looks like a good low. Meaning, we have this little node, volume tapering off. This one is a bit of a build-up. Not the same as yesterday, but...
NQ, +1 touch.
Might have to call it a day, honestly. Like, there's just nothing happening. We're just gonna stay inside of this distribution. Maybe I have to wait until it grinds back up to this high. Then look for a sell, similarly how this. Guess I'll remove it now. But monthly Vwap held again.
I call it a day after 3 losers in a row.
Oh, fuck it. I'll call it a day here. Import my trades. Maybe I'll come back on later if we start moving. But this is not a day to engage in by the looks of it. I'm just gonna call it a day. Forward.
NQ, plus 1 touch.
$0.3R minus. It's fine. Runner, no runner to hold. Review mental game, a technical. I would say C. Not. Maybe. Well, what went well? Cut trades early or a small loss? Snooze fast of a day. What could I improve on? I was a bit more anxious than before when taking trades today. Probably a little afraid of being wrong, but the reality is anything can happen. You are not predicting an outcome. You are just participating in it. What can I do differently? Wait for RTH open to develop a little bit so that it's more clear which way we're going. Goals, hold, runner. Wait for RTH to develop to gain more clarity. Boom. Technical game was not bad, to be honest. I would have been still in this trade. Could have taken half, but 1 hour I would probably have had this as target. TP1. So my first trade would still have been in, not stopped out. Second trade, not stopped out. So maybe I'm a bit too hard on myself now. Technical game B, fair enough, you know, maybe this was a bit premature. Yeah, I don't know. The fact though, what's annoying me the most is that this selling gets absorbed, we're grinding higher, the range is small, the movement is lackluster, like looking at these candles. I did not wait for confirmation though, that's for sure. So we pumped from -1. A better spot would be to get on board at -1 again, just a bit higher. Instead I started engaging here, which is a bit early. Maybe we need to wait a little bit longer to see how the price develops. But we grinded through a little bit. But yeah, just don't feel like staring at this, like what the fuck is this? It's boring, is what it is. So just gonna call it GG.